Hi there, my name is Keenan Arrison. I am an actor and a producer, mostly an actor. I think I've been in the industry now for about going on 18 years professionally. Where I got started was I did my studying at AFTA film school when they initially started, which was 2002. And yeah, I heard about the school, this film school that was opening up, and I applied. I went there, applied. I managed to get in. I didn't know what sort of studies or what sort of disciplines they were offering. I knew it had to do with film and performance. I then did my degree in acting and script writing. My major was acting and performance for screen. I then left in 2005. And in 2005, I co-wrote a short film that was then selected for a graduation film that was then selected for Cannes Film Festival for one of the festival shorts, which then gave me the opportunity to travel and sort of see a bit more about how the film industry works, especially not just in South Africa, but outside of South Africa. So that was a great sort of opening, if you will, to the industry. I think from then on, I really made a concerted effort to choose roles that were somewhat different to what we'd been seeing on TV, especially as a brown man on television, because obviously stereotypes and the way people write, and given our history, it was very important for me to sort of find characters that either spoke to that, but was also somewhat different in terms of portrayal. I guess my first big film out of college was Shirley Adams by Oliver Marnis. Yeah, I could say, I don't want to say it was my big break, but it was my first big feature. So it was a co-pro with Roland Emmerich's production, Centropolis Films, which definitely gave me a bigger footing into the industry and sort of get my name out there, getting people to know who I am. And it didn't come without any challenges, of course. This thing about being an actor or an artist in South Africa, I guess globally, but in South Africa specifically, is quite a volatile one. There's a fine line of being a consistent working actor and being unemployed, or fun-employed, as I'd like to say. But every job that I've done since then has constantly reminded me that this is the industry that I want to be in. It is the sort of community that I want to be in, a community of filmmakers, writers, and creatives that's also building an industry, especially here in South Africa. And then I guess after Shirley Adams, I really tried to figure out, do I stay here? Do I travel? I then looked at doing more international stuff, and that's when I booked Tomb Raider, the remake of Tomb Raider, when they shot it, and that thing gave me the opportunity to travel abroad and live abroad as well. And I've been very lucky, I must be honest, I guess, with the directors that I've worked with since then. So, I don't want to name drop, but I'm sure everybody out there knows these names. Oliver Marnis, even Ryan Kruger, John Barker, Imran Hamdallah, which all sort of helped me forge this career that I have and still will continue to have. But I think it was also very strong support, director's structure, if you will, or shall I say catalogue of people that I've learned from immensely as an actor, and just about the process of filmmaking. It also allowed me to go into sort of the technicalities of performance and applying what I studied, and then putting it into practice. And I was lucky enough to have directors like these to allow me to play and sort of explore the space of the character and the world of the character, the world of the narrative, which is every film's sort of, I guess, structure. I guess in the beginning I thought, as just in terms of a sort of actor's technical level, for me, I started out thinking that method was a way of acting for me. Like, I really immersed myself in the character and wanted to really live, before even going into production, but live this life, or see what the life of this character would be like outside in the real world. But slowly, as time went on, I started and learning from other actors and reading books and watching certain films. I really learned that, you almost have to find your own process, the mechanism that works for you. What is the thing that ticks you? What gets you? What's the hook for that character? And so I slowly, not that it's a bad thing, but method for me, it was a good start. It was a great sort of foundation to then do the other work. And then slowly started realizing, like, there's the other forms to acting and sort of the technical side of it. And I became a lot more loose in terms of how I approach characters now. And how I approach roles. So I think for me right now, like, I'm a very sort of physical, like, visceral person. Music has become a big part of my life. So I guess for me now, as an older actor, I think I go to the music first. I'll go to what is it that the character listens to, because I think that's also informs a lot of what we get from the script, how we see the character, without any judgment. But it also frees you. Like, I think for me, it's just like music frees me to like explore and let the music take me and sort of feel what I feel, and imagery, and then I'll put that images down on paper, or and start my Bible from that point on. I'm constantly on set when I'm working. I've got my pods in, I've got my headphones on, and when I'm running lines or just going through sort of backstory of where the characters come from, depending on the scene that we're working, I find that it's helped me a lot. It's allowed me to sort of loosen up my thinking and not be so rigid in my approach. It's been fun. It's actually a blessing to feel like I'm a part of something that's growing, of an industry that's growing, and this community, even global community. And I think that we are, as filmmakers and creatives in this country, I think we are well on our way to building a very strong industry, South African industry. And I think the world's looking at us constantly, even now more so in the last 5 years. So we are in a very fortunate position, and opportunistic position. What else is there? I guess my note, or my sort of advice to people out there, people getting into the industry. I speak as an actor who's moving into a producing space. Don't do it. No, I'm joking. As an actor, I think we are so privileged to now have so many film schools available and universities that offer sort of media studies, film studies, directing, writing, and all of that. So I guess when I started out, it was very limited. Like, you only had UCT, Stellenbosch, what else was there, City Varsity or whatever. And then AFTA came along, but now since then, I feel there's been a sort of insurgence of acting schools and workshops and film schools and photography schools. So I would say that it's a lot easier and accessible now than it was maybe 10 years ago. So if that's your plan, and if that's your dream, I think you've got the opportunity to, and the capability to grab it with both hands and take it on and be a part of a working, successful industry. And then also just be willing to learn, because the industry is about people. The technical side of the cameras and the lights, they don't talk back to you. You have to talk to people. So just be nice and just always be open to learn, whatever that may be, from any department. I think for me as an actor, to be able to sit on set and watch the camera department work, watch lighting work, watch sound work, it's quite a cool position to be in. We are the one department. Actors don't usually see themselves as a department, but we are. I think so. very strongly. But as a department, we are very lucky to be able to sit and watch a process happen in front of us. So don't, you know, you're always learning. Every day there's an opportunity to learn something new, something more. But in total, just be nice.